In this video, I'm going to show you my attempts to flatten the pickguard and the backplate of the guitar. Both of those are made out of a plastic material that if you heat them up, which I'm doing now with the heat gun, they get kind of pliable and soft. Then the idea is if you sandwich the pickguard between two heavy and very flat objects, you can flatten the pickguard out. So that's what I'm trying to do here. Now I'm using parchment paper because I wasn't sure how the melted or softened plastic would react to my countertop, and I definitely don't want to ruin my countertop to do this, so I tried to protect it. But later I realized that was totally overkill. I didn't need to do that at all. So while the back plate is being flattened, I figured I would be efficient and start heating up the pickguard. This process took several minutes. It's a bit tedious. You have to try to hit all the areas of the pickguard. Try to heat it up evenly. You can actually see how the plastic is softening under all that heat. Now, I made a mistake here, and I'm leaving it on camera so you guys can see. I spent too much time fiddling with the back plate and getting the pickguard into position, and I think the pickguard cooled too much before I started to flatten it. And that, I think, leads to the problem that I have later on. You'll see in a few moments that I have to do this whole process a second time. And it's because of the mistake I'm making here. I'm spending way too much time fiddling with this parchment paper. I didn't even need this stuff, but I didn't know that. I'm kind of learning on the job for this particular part of the project. So after 10 minutes, I pick this heavy slab of marble up, and then I check the pickguard, and you can see that it's not flat enough. It's flatter, it's better, but it's not flat enough. And I feel like I can do better. So I grab my heat gun and go at it again. Now, I've seen other techniques on YouTube, and after doing it this way, I think I would try a different technique next time. The technique I would try is to actually place the pickguard on parchment paper and then place that on a cookie sheet and bake it in the oven at 225 degrees for 10 minutes. I think that would yield a better result because the heat would be more evenly distributed through the pickguard. And you can just take it right out of the oven, place a heavy block right on top of the pickguard, and I think you'll get a better result with less effort. This time around, I didn't fuss with the pickguard too much. I put the slab down right away within just a few seconds, and as you'll see in a moment, it definitely has a better result. Yeah, it's much flatter, still not perfect, but it's much, much better. Definitely worth the effort, and saved a lot of time comparing to having to get a custom pickguard made.